But them say wo Bakubi wo Takwa. Let me put it that way. Takwa.
Yes.
Unse no I say omo yeah stadium no. Omo hand it over at the whether it's the community.
As a voice the way or mean you see.
Sir, as the ma community no. Into a raising concerns be say I bind the ass, I bind the Congress, National Sports Authority, the Congress, almost there be at the set Takwa for no more Casa, boy, in this case, it falls under Sports Authority or what?
Let me say, Sadian, most unfortunate. Most unfortunate, they say, Emrani the house say, facility beer. Aban nsa woman no or say National Sports Authority na enye the enhweso anya bia Takwa TNA no na eya aban dia na ehye National Sports Authority ase me makobo aduma wo Takwa TNA park more than 10 to 15 times because mediema bo ho sa time na ye aduma no nyina ye kobana this security nsem no sa time ni nyina no na Takwa TNA no ehye National Sports Authority ase. Okay, therefore if it is a corporate social responsibility of any organization to help to develop sporting facilities in that region send na bia agudie no ana agro no be koso yie wo hono ma enti ase ni say Gophers den ebemu. The Gophers bemu no matter what it is, say me wa asase na obesi dan esi ma asase so a. Dan ni nya wo technically.
Yeah.
So what you enti to say ye G facility no every sports authority nsem e di ama district assembly na. And ni the regulation of district assembly bylaws or concept they say they are to maintain sporting facilities abambesi with different districts now ya see sa facilities no sa problem no that wasn't the first time that problem has come and maybe by say National Youth Authority Kaneshie Complex National Youth Authority nti after the almost see Kaneshie Complex no ehye National Youth Authority I all these are discrepancies. I mean, misapplying the law, but I mean, it come from the law perspective, the regulation that regulates our sporting activities and how to manage sporting facilities in those who are mandated to do it. So I mean, I'm speaking directly to what the statute says. So I just the omuye or Takwa TNA no more or less could be, let's say, public-private partnership. Yes. But that notwithstanding, no, a buy now say on your day. And the only agency that is mandated to take care of sporting facilities, Ghana hand, National Sports Authority.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was reading meaning into why the people try to move the thing from National Sports Authority to the district assemblies, because even the ones available to them now, the Sports Authority. So more maintaining share the condition of our stadium facility. Share what has happened at Esipon. A facility like that has been left to rot.
Yeah.
Do we have leaders? Mm-hmm. Then you look at even Cape Coast that was built not quite long ago. FIFA and CAF had to come out say it is not a facility that can host football matches. So Ghana was only restricted to what? Kumasi Sports Stadium until recently Yahoo say bia Zakrai kakre bi by na omomasaji Accra Sports Stadium edikao. I think say the people were reading meaning into say the facility Numa Sports Authority na ombe to me ahwe so ana because the show mu sem no sesi ampo apro. So what I say.
Yeah.
So I believe that decision is based on technical grounds. I think that decision they took was based on technical grounds, but not within the rudiment of law. So I believe in the capacity of the new minister, without doubt. Kofi Adams. I believe in his inclination and his demeanor and dynamics, how he tries to handle issues and all of that. Now say, who said the American career, meaning say he will make sure that that decision is reversed.
Of course, yes.
Send Atakwa TNA Park, Ebeba share Sports Authority. I see.
Okay, all right. It's the said the National Sports Authority. Say there's a structure. No, is it from board to where to where to where to where?
On say yes, no. First night you were chief executive officer.
Okay.
When it was council. No,
Authority no.
Authority no. Now we have director general.
Okay.
So under the structure, you have a deputy director general who normally oversees administration, and then we have the second deputy that is supposed to be technical. So that was a structure that started the authority. Yes, but from that angle, you have deputy administrators. So I'm told now they've changed the administrative officers designation to directors. So now you have from administration, you have the deputy chief admin officer, and then you have principal, then you have senior, then you have substantive administrative officer, then assistant administrative officer. So at the officers level, if you are climbing up, the officers level starts from assistant administrative officer, and then Obeba senior. Then Obeba substantive administrative officer, assistant to substantive, and then Obeba senior. Over senior now, what about principal? Over principal, not what about deputy chief? Over deputy chief, and now what about chief? So
wow.
Chief ni the last grade over to me. IT. In Serbia, I can say be a principal. Say I rose from the ranks from assistant, substantive, senior administrative officer to principal. As far back as 2016.
All right.
In Jangami Shemu Nanka promotions now they are there. Majority Serbia and Kamahiti chief because it's been about 8 years or 6 years now. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. So that's the highest you can
level
as a public servant.
So we'll come back because the National Sports Authority now see you because
yes.
So we'll come back and look at Serbia whether you'll be able to be when even a job is given to you, so you'll be able to be. But when it comes, principal administrative specifically, not the important part now.
Yes, so we were employed as sports administrators.
Okay.
But with additional responsibility, looking at my background, yes, in security, safety and security, because I'm a trained personnel, get my point, in security.
Okay.
I'm an instructor.
Okay.
In organizational security management as well. I'm also a consultant.
Okay.
In the field of security.
Okay.
Trained in the UK. Yes, trained at Saberwatch in the UK.
Okay.
Yes, so I also had a training in Ghana. Yes, I got Northford University College, where I did security intelligence and forensics. So, like putting this expertise together, when I joined the Sports Authority, I was given that additional responsibility of security coordinator.
Okay.
So it was assistant admin officer in charge of security.
Okay.
That was my appointment letter.
Okay.
Exactly. So I rose through that rank. So whilst I progress, it comes with it. So even when I was principal administrator, I was doing general administration too. Yes, and may he so rest in peace, James Aye, Charles James Aye, one of the finest and brainiest administrators I've ever encountered, and he put us together in administration. So we were doing the administrative work, but I was given additional responsibility as safety and security coordinator, and that position was entrenched more when the incident at Kumasi happened. DSC was Kumasi no. On say a bobo, as it kotoko bobo, be and I stayed on the year overcrowded. Yeah. That was in 2008 February.
Yeah.
Yes. So overcrowding, what happened was that four supporters died, and then they set up a committee, yes, of inquiry, I think Marshall Billip's committee. Yes. So Marshall Billip's committee report recommendation refer to the recommendations of Okudzeto report. It was the say and they say Anka Sports Council at the Okudzeto report Niswa Anka the say war.
Until
the recommendations refer to that recommendations now Okudzeto Maye with regards to how to coordinate football matches of high profile nature like this. You get my point. So out of the recommendations, certain lapses were identified, and the report recommended that the National Sports Authority should have a national safety officer. So a national safety officer means that he has probably he's been given that mandate to oversee anything that has to do with safety and security of persons that comes to witness sporting events, so that BBC you better me hold you say panel responsible, because the SC Accra Sports Stadium May 9th we see away the SC Kumasi no so we see away so okay, we want to hold somebody responsible until the monko pay national safety officer. So I just here na on dia no na se BBC you better holding responsible until Sports Council back no and omo share yen krata amu na ade na omo hu say omo we kwakọ pe obi wo abontia e bia soja ni bia na pro na ye be sa atia no na ade dia ene omo wo obi the same ono so was high expertise no, because you can safety emergency evacuation and whatever that, those are my expertise too, because those were my training in the UK Saber Watch Security International Security Training School. Yes. So now my position was confirmed as what the safety officer. That's why a good day because mo frame na me nemo na de kasa money ade.
We talk about security.
So that was also so I was combining administration and what? I was combining administration with security. And na throw reports. So I just say Emma Sports Authority no. Until I say management report, administrative reports, ni letter correspondence na there. So I just say na me go so ye. Until as and when na agudie no wo hono ma na mati esi no. Nyame ye ma dom say omude me si ano no. Me ko ne me ba. Any emboaya menya free media for no. And also boa me pa, because every now and then media for be frame me. I'm a church in semu amomu na dia church. I was very close with the media. And you know can member church na mini media no na den. You never lack information.
Of course,
say about football any man, you never lack information.
I am very necessary.
Exactly.
But I feel Yembra, is it difficult to handle National Sports Authority as a person like ABN? Man penny say, hey, smart Dr. Bra, National Sports Authority be done. Is it difficult to handle such position?
And Mr. to have his answer now. What is your convention? And then now ebia who say who believe say,
because I believe no be your experience. For example, once your technicalities, say if obi OFC will be in a Greek minister, at least or send panel what idea regards to say phone name, your money, fertilizer, son of money, so one who him there. And you say unya krano ya Greek crowd school cranker is the best. So if you get somebody when it comes to security, he's there. When it comes to the administration, he's there. When it comes to where he's there, then obviously the partner standing the friends as favorite. And I say because Sikebi akabetua for Hano, ubetua for Hano, you can get somebody who to me and really to me. But that's the reason why I feel say AB as a Dr. Smatabi is given the opportunity because when it comes to the technicalities or what's and already so I did that is the reason why I'm able to certain. But so one can say what national was why is it difficult position how handle heading.
I mean, one I am humbled by your submission and recognizing what I can do and my capacity. me enyame ne pan so what I say.
Okay.
Nti me ade bi wo a me make I say I can do all things through Christ
Who strengthens you?
who strengthens me. Me ti ano me nya ho
Yeah.
ewo sports mo.
Yeah.
So what I say. And now so se me kan me end this in nso. So what I say me to me fa enye de NCA. So what I say yes me to me fa enu NCA me end this in nso. I am convinced by the leadership of President John Mahama, and that was the more reason why during his campaign tour I also joined and made sure that he wins successfully. And so he has made promises to the people of Ghana, and what she has said the promises ni so. Nti ohia mboaye ewo all fields of what governance endeavors, people who can articulate his mission and his desires and aspiration to transform this country. Intimate ano, I'm ever ready any day if such a person should call me to tell me that he's sending me to sport. I don't have, but I'm a Ghanaian as well. You get my point.
Of
And
course, yes.
I've been a public servant before until the uncertainty happened to me when I exited in 2018. But that notwithstanding, I have the capacity to serve the interests of the public because I understand the principles of what public service, scheme of service. Say Uda public service anua. You don't have to politicize the work, because when you over politicize the work itself, one share ya over tough form.
And the problem,
Beba. So you need people who have the interface of a politician and a public servant to be able to handle places like Sports Authority, and not just Sports Authority, and other jurisdictions. Enti Sena Wakano, I wouldn't let it sound as if I'm here wanting to or pushing to become the Director General of the Sports Authority. But then with my capacity and my credentials, and also being a loyalist of John Mahama and the NDC, if they should call me to come and assist them to transform and revive the fortunes of the National Sports Authority, to me, a be honor. And say na mo name no, say na me ye medjuma no, say me ye no without probably personal affiliation or political inclinations, or wanting to try to backbite people and try to, how do you call it, witch hunt and all of that. That is not part of me. But then a Juma no, any Sena government a pen no sana metu me aye de me patch and say obi to say Kofi Adams me name no pa, and I have no doubt say if he listens to people on the ground, say all cause sports ministry now, so or tie in sema ewo grounds concerning the Sports Authority now, Obe say the place is rotten.
And the crowd can be boosted. Say, is there any challenges? So like, sitting from afar.
The place is rotten.
Oh wow!
It is rotten beyond repairs. Yes.
And then said beyond repairs. They said no ground to me.
So what I mean is that's why the restructuring.
Okay.
You have to. It has gotten to a state where government must show consent.
Okay.
And yes, sir.
Okay.
It will turn the fortunes of the government around in terms of achievement, because you may end up putting square pegs in round hole if you have to go by the system they are running now, with all the 250 staff that was recruited. I think I'm told 3-4 years ago. Sports Authority recruited about 250 staff to augment their staffing strength, because some of the argument was that they are understaffed and all of that. So people were recruited, 250 people were recruited. And this is the state of sports today.
All right, my Mr. Musa, wait a specific because a idea and only Ghana for Indian himself. Because so you can go to a point that never be able to ball crana a ding.
Yes.
Make I say, I'm saying now, former president, unnecessary to me intervene, your calls to make sure say you be to me a bonnie. Still, that's why incessant be as how I had that so honey. Be ever say be a vetting committee. Assuming say and say, oh, when that doctor Yabo Dean Sebra, maybe to Kuvias director. You ever said the next couple of years, no? You bet me in your various stadium like you be a Kumasi, Accra, Cape Coast, a Sipon, a friend said Tamale. You ready? I bass a black side ball match and any of the national team ball match. A very ready say to me a ball.
Minya. Say mo kaya. Time now me won. Now me a prime minister. Say mo kaya.
Fine.
Yes. And when Miss Agra was director general, he was solid on the ground, so he was pushing me to do things the right way. So probably I administer most of my responsibilities through his directives, and you can attest to the fact that there has never been any day that CAF had come to inspect a stadium facility. We played World Cup matches, called Uganda. We played it at how do you call it, Tamale Sports Stadium.
I remember.
We played matches.
I remember.
We played matches at Cape Coast, didn't we?
Yeah.
We played matches in Accra, didn't we?
Yes.
We played matches in Kumasi, didn't we? So there hadn't been any day when we were watchdogs of sports within that time. Say yanya issue with facility management. The issues we had sometimes were the scoreboard. Remember when the scoreboard issue came and all of that, and then the contractors could not provide parts to rather fix the scoreboard. So we used to go to Kumasi if there is a match in Accra and then pick that of Kumasi and bring. That was until finally we were able to procure the right scoreboard for. So those ones are internal challenges that happens. So what it means is that it is easy to get it done. But let me tell you the missing link. My main catcher on missing link.
Okay,
Sports Authority no is surveyed organization.
Okay.
It is a ban and momuska edi ya omejuma. A ban and momuska edi ya omejuma ni say. So omo person omo nya bibia or so omo ntwon ko aban ho. Na aban momuska no mo fanye. And every year bia aban so ye budget mass sports. Aban ye budget mass sports na about 80 to 90% of that money is spent on football, because football there was so many activities, and not really, but then they have many activities. Under 17 airball, under 20 airball, and under 23 airball, Chan local blaster airball. After the national team so airball. When you na SASCA na muti sa millions, then ye demand everything na ye chief response budget mu. And yes ka that consolidated fund buying ekofa say omo de ma EDF so omo fa. Enti ye ti SASCA ne free mu a de be ka no eno ni Sports Authority there. But what caused the how did this problem arise? It is because the FA, that is the Football Association, at a point in time with the ministry were dealing one-on-one. And by the Sports Act, all sporting activities, you understand me, all sporting associations should route their programs of activities and operations, the ones that involves government in terms of national teams, through the National Sports Authority. It is also Athletics Association, volleyball, Obia Rutun in Myanmar through the Sports Authority. So I just say to the ministry. So the ministry plays a supervisory role, and then the Sports Authority plays the implementation role. So I just say, but what changed the whole scenario was that now the FA was not routing their activities through the National Sports Authority, but then to the ministry. Mm-hmm. So that is when the fortunes of the Sports Authority began to dwindle. Because if the 90% chunk, the chunk 90% money that is spent on about the Football Association. If the FA was routing their activity by law through the Sports Authority to the how do you call it? The ministry. There could be break even.
Okay.
There could be some value for money.
Yeah.
That's as Kanu. You better me use Emma the other associations also. No more or many.
Yeah.
But no money of that sort passes through the Sports Authority. Inti omo ho hwe eba football ho na ade a eno an say a good into they have to prepare the facility for the national teams to use, and after that whatever comes out of it, so I just say omo can be. So Adena Kwe say the ministry now assumed the role of the Sports Authority, and they were doing the promotion.
Of course, yes.
They were doing the organization, and they were doing the development aspect of what the Sports Authority in terms of football association. So the Football Association were also comfortable dealing with the
of course, yes.
So they negated
So
they negated the Sports Authority to nothing. And what happened was that on him said most of the FA staff, no more Sports Authority staff, because now we were together. It was the period when appointments were made to various sporting associations. It was by appointment. So okay, around 2004, 2006, and FIFA, any IOC, Imrabi by say no government interference.
Yeah. Because at I'm not general secretary of the FA, is been appointed by
exactly. It was by appointment.
Yes.
So omunya autonomy no say they can run their own activity, then they have to move away from the stadium to find their own place. When they were moving, most of the Sports Authority staff followed in that pursuit. They followed in that pursuit whilst they remained Sports Authority staff, because that the structure was working. So although FIA independence, so any autonomy, from the beginning, when Chasaya and Osam Dodu and Co were around, they were routing their activities through the Sports Authority to the ministry until the 2006 World Cup period. You understand me? When Ghana qualified, and then the government was so interested in that event, because that was the first time Ghana qualified to World Cup. Now we had Obi Amwa and Deputy Minister of Godan. It was a big minister, exactly. That was it. Until after nothing was coming through the Sports Authority, and then the FA was dealing directly with the ministry. So they see, and it's a successive ministers no mobile and so and almost so de etiaso. In the see I know say Kansika Sports Council for no omo nebi no anso ya mom association so omo hwe so. In America say what we are doing is like we are putting square pegs in round, and this is what Kofi Adams, the minister, said at the vetting. And so it was that which drew my attention to what is really happening on the ground. He has gotten the rema of it. The key that can unlock that problem is what Kofi Adams said, that he has seen that the FA doesn't route its activities through the Sports Authority, and for which
it's a more handicap in terms of cash,
exactly, and also value for money, because you see everybody working in government agencies is a technocrat. Yes, you understand. So people have been employed there to do their work. So we have something we call public financial management regulation. So adebia omoye wa efasika hono. It goes through that PFMC. That is it. So you cannot move cash around. Into FA activities now, budget $1 million. All have to pass through the Sports Authority, so that the technocrats there will take those budget or the financial aspect through the public financial management regulations, so that they will make sure that whatever is being presented to government, it is in order. So scrutiny in checks and balance for Sports Authority now. At the end do ministry or no ma eduma na aye easy ama minister.
What a time no you say kidin komo be preparing, but mami Musa say would it be necessary to say bia obi can see a vetting pa when give you the note bia be winner obey sa private way partnership where KBK Vanessa KB Accra Sports Stadium ebi nya Kofi Nshematen ebi kra na center line waje our innovation not necessarily say the so but I'll make sure say or very innovative. So in terms of cost no any be on the beba namodi aye and on one feel say be obetumi aya minim say be am say private you know
it is as if uti onukapo who solution nti I don't understand why omo aya employ omo ti ono omo nya omo ni sa adwen na
because omo ya to a sense like pitch near bobo no so cry
I'm using the word square pegs in round hole. It will go on until these keys are here until that happens. You put square pegs in round. I started this crusade not today. These are my brothers, Clemente and Kodweka. They know my crusade. Because I can tell you the sports authority alone can never maintain sporting facilities.
Never.
They can never. They can never. Because they don't have the strength and the muscle to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, your bebo ball too. You see the function statement we use. The function statement requires that your ball I pay 5% for facility maintenance. Say enya ase kotoko ana enya Ghana ni Nigeria bia why no beba Accra Sports Stadium abehwe ana why no be call Kumasi Sports Stadium ana why no be it is 5% na ye ka for sometimes so for function statement you to menya 1 round for Ghana cities. Yes, and to me toilet room.
Yeah.
So naturally no it has corrupted. Let me quote and I'm not saying that it has corrupted the system. So people run around and try to look for loose monies. So say a bobola na or say sika emba government coffers now, and that was where I was strict. My brother is he knows what I do in terms of ticketing. So the ticketing racketeering was so obvious that that's the only way they can use to survive. So and that was why I was chasing the racketeers, and I was making sure that all these monies comes to government coffers. But even when the money comes to government coffers, or say on retaining 60% and consolidated fund, now we won't keep it 40%. It is a SARS internally generated fund because government is subventing the organization. It's Kabia Obenya and also government. The government this 60% and now you are retaining for 40% also and to me to Samnampo. But only the recent administration, what is happening? I'm told that even the IGF, they don't touch it. They pay straight into the consolidated fund.
Wow.
It's a wiki system anymore. Into the public-private partnership is the way to go. It's not like they are coming to take over the sports authority, but then they will be the facility managers. They know how to pull activities there, and they know how to retain some money to be able to refurbish the stadium as and when. Uko other jurisdiction now. I'm example. You can call, why are we calling Accra Sports Stadium? Value Bena Ewosu. You can call it Telecel Sports Stadium.
Yeah.
It is just a matter of going in. There are stadia in Europe and other places that you have the sponsor's name on the stadium. Yes, several.
Because if the stadium is maintained very well,
exactly.
Obia would into Oba Stadium or Beba.
Yes.
Into Obe, you know, say you get a whole lot of people come to the stadium because so it's safe.
So the branding aspect.
I don't create the
branding aspect should be given to a private entity. Yeah. Those who are expertise in that field, because we don't have those people at the sports authority. Don't let anybody lie to you. We don't have that staffing strength to be able to brand the sports authority and position it. So you do the private public-private partnership so that the branding aspect, like I'm saying, Telecel is taking over. How do you call it? Okay, sorry. So we are Peace FM. Okay, so Peace FM, I decided say they are taking over the management of Accra Sports Stadium facility. Okay, you go into negotiation with the government. What you retain in terms of activity, what you retain from the process you get from renting a facility, and what you give to government. Just say there will be due diligence in terms that government will also make sure say. So or the private person beko agreement be sir if I saw be say you bet to me so you move the burden away from government because the entire mechanism
facilities so tell ya na come
exactly and government so and to me tiska de bia say drain service ni Olympics embe ball na sports council share be say 200 Ghana na facility management fee sika be say
10,000 what the emphasis the example
so I just say
maybe I know be 10,000 as against 100 now
so the sports authority is always running that because one say your market park also only say your top paint so I just say your top paint at the market park your top net at the you know
mucha pitch in so
crowd trap pitch you know sana de na nyina echi no ye ball and sports authority anya 200 Ghana 300 Ghana what kind of
doctor but me was one funny question after sorry so yeah me the do point be now is even the national sports authority were relying on there be a musician be a mebo ni be a man how be like the Shatawales and then the Stone Boys and then Joe Metal and to make sure so be win to minim just a bit of it na fi yeah fan sorry so how
yes. They were reduced to that
because
Monica it is a scabi basa no money so the issue of sports development or maintaining the facility to them it is a non-starter cry but that isn't the right way. There may parties this public-private partnership in America we have to prioritize our football team. So I just say the stadium is built for football. Amsterdam, you go to Ajax Arena, Amsterdam, the Ajax Arena. You see the hybrid pitch that it's a carpet too.
Okay,
I've been there. I've watched shows at that arena and all of that. But either this weekend, maybe Ajax could be playing ball on Sunday.
Yeah.
Friday there could be a musical concert. Because they have that hybrid system.
Yes, because Wembley crowd, no, that is the stadium boxing or
they see. It's just that because you focus on football. Yeah. But all these stadium facility you see around the world, they run programs there.
Yeah.
They run shows there.
Yeah.
Even Munich Arena, they run shows there. Yeah. It is just about getting the expertise to be able to handle the two. But yet they still play football there. So you prioritize football when people come to rent the stadium. Look, we have a game. You give them your calendar.
Okay.
So in fact, let me refer to when we're there. Okay. So that's what we're doing. So in a year, we request from the FA. Okay, this is another thing we're doing that maybe people didn't know. Every year we request from the FA. We request from the FA. You understand me? Yes. Their program of activities.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly for the year.
So you wouldn't.
So they give us the program of activity from under 17, under 20, under 23 to the national team.
Okay.
So we know.
Okay.
So be baso about Berenti Stadium or no ma. Now yesha na a clash with football. You remember I was always on radio fighting those people who were prioritizing entertainment above football. Above football. And I remember one hot afternoon. You were running some program here and then move frame because now I think said that then board chairman was exerting his authority to make sure that program comes on and I stood my grounds and said that no way because as of folk or there was a big match that ought to be played at the Accra Sports Stadium and I stood my ground and I made sure that event was rescheduled. So when we have the program of activity, we know when to place how do you call it an entertainment program and we know how to place other activities among for Bar Stadium. Obana clash with football there.
At least if you have some months be and sana and if football is off there.
Exactly. And with this I was always clashing with the entertainers. So I just say, why am I being difficult, why am I being difficult? But that is not the issue. The issue, like I'm saying, is public-private partnership is the way out. If anything apart from what I'm telling you, everything will still be square pegs in round hole.
All right,
that's why I'm saying that I believe in the capacity of Kofi Adams to be able to revive the fortunes of the sports authority.
Oh, Doc, I always think you're making dear. I'm saying, you sound convinced and say when the job is given to you, at least you'll be able to handle it. So on this note, you are discharged. Into over.
Emma, then yes, I'm here to, but then
no.
I have the capacity. I'm talking
of course,
in my capacity as somebody who is result oriented.
And I can say, Sebi. And to say be a buying person, be a big radio station, and I say.
Now also Nyanka, me also
of course yes. Meba
Okay.
If you ever say be a person station at least a bit me. Now we ignore. Maybe the services of Father Dixon.
Yes.
I don't know what to be control Ghana when it comes to the media space for years.
Yeah.
Not just one because I know how.
Yes.
The American what I say. The same thing American say when you get somebody here, the expertise, is above way. Kakre can't crash and say when a job is given to you, you'll be able to. That's what I'm saying. So from young BTB down for Nancy, we know what you're capable of doing. Because setting out working, you got to a point now your job is on the line, but you stood on your ground to there be. Yeah, premas we Emma, so you able to do it. Until I make us say, me no, I'm convinced some of the job is given to you.
And I want boy now say me so.
In so trade there no. Bernard Bishop Montras na fi yem room na. Yeah. In so trade there no. Me oh.
Eyemi aba. Eyemi ya ne say. Eyemi ya ne say, Ankan. If we were at the front line now, they see and can see.
Okay.
Or they be in secret. Bisami said the anti-American sir. The anti-American sir and say, on say ye court rounds are and now ye picky F fixtures now.
Okay.
We are able to identify in the week matches are bet to me ye.
It was true. Grade A.
Exactly. Sometimes you can.
There was security consent to be.
Security consent because then in America say radio.
Oh yes.
So I just
yes.
And then we listen to comments of people, presenters and all of that.
Yes.
So it's a own match we be share. So I just say now you the any I then alcohol. And they say if I was there, no nothing would not like if I was there.
Can be out for sort of
the reason is that we would have picked the intelligence that the match is going to be a category A match, and for which reason we have to deploy all security accoutrements to the place to protect the player. And then also we pick intelligence from the grounds before the day of the match. Yeah. So we deal with the BNI officers and then we deal with the police. Yeah. So before we go there, we have liaised with them. So they will give us a fair intelligence report on the ground, and they can even request that look, from the way I'm seeing, there are people talking in town that when the Kotoko people come there, this is what they are going to do. That's the work of the BNI. So we pick those intelligence, and from the way we listen to the boy Puli, some statements he has made in the past and all of that, and the response from the instructor and all of that. He going there wasn't safe. Yeah. So what happens is that when we happen to see him there, what we will do first is to pick him. So we'll tell him what can happen to him, and then we'll whisk him away and go and put him at a safer place. We'll make sure that he never comes to the stadium because we have picked the intelligence that this is what is going to happen. Yes. And what happened to him is not by accident. Yeah. It is well orchestrated.
Yes, so
he was targeted, and they finished him in that. So I'm saying that if we were there, we were going to deploy the military to support the police. The anti-Americans are say can police police into me protecting lives and property of any supporter or any organization when it comes to football. I'm not running the police down. But Obebi Sam said DNT because the Okujetu report can say and say police ne bia o call stadium akoye and say on kita any
weapon
na only your uniform. Any police that go to stadium facility now is a mere supporter as well. And this policeman doesn't stay outside the town. Yeah. They live in the town with the people there.
Yes.
So I just and the entire share joint police military operations. They say me, my cost stadium when we started the coordination from the beginning. Supporter to me a basket, baller basket, they are both police. Obi to me two police check. Yeah. To me answer. So all these things were happening, and then we realized that look, the police has lost its strength when it goes. So we always need the military to support them. The military coming there. You remember when I started to do the military deployment? I was probably everybody, all the club administrators were attacking me, with the exception of some few media guys who, like yourself, who saw the need for the military. Because people were asking that football then. Military, and we told them, say, we are not bringing the police to, military there to come and fight or beat anybody. It is a deterrent measure that if the police is overwhelmed, the military will come in to support them. So we cracked the whip. If you remember, when I was using that system of joint police military operation, there wasn't any incident. Tell me or refer me the date that under my watch there was any incident of that sort when we're running the joint military. So the FM must invest in security. And when I was talking about that, at that time the FA now saw the sense in what we were doing, and they started to support the sports authority, because the sports authority can also not pay the how do you call it, the military men by their home money. And I remember Abra Apia, may God bless that man. Abra, the former
Abra Apia, yeah.
Abra,
PLB chairman, yeah.
He was the one who thought that, look, what the project we have brought is good. So he will make sure that every week we if about 8 fixtures, we will pick 2 or 3 high profile matches, and then we do the deployment there. And that was why for a decade I ran that office, and nothing happened until I exited. So it's a master plan that they have to adopt. So if they don't do that, and the FA don't engage the sports authority so that they put up that plan again to augment the security network with the military, now they see worse things can even happen. So it's an eye opener. Say it was negligence from the part of security. I cannot blame it on the police, because they were overwhelmed by the situation, and for the fear of their lives too, because almost and so one share ye no koye baby no exactly
with that uniform they are more
exactly. And the military are there. It's not like from Accra to we have a 4BN in Kumasi. You have a Sunyani.
Maybe very close.
That's what we're doing. So at Rema, we are now friends Sunyani regiment no. Oma deploy about say Cape Coast na Takrady
deploy
about say Southern part and Southern Command 5BN and also. So we had a well rehearsed structure, and that's why I give I pay tribute to the former Abra and then the former commanding officer for Southern Command. We called him General Samson Adeti.
Okay.
General Samson Adeti. He understood the concept. So even at the last hour, when we are not even requested for military, and we realize that, look, there is a need for military, even when he is sleeping and you call him, he will respond and make sure that he will deploy the military personnel for us to be able to go and do our work.
Okay.
So this is it. The guy's death is very unfortunate.
And
my condolence, my deepest condolence
to the family,
to the Kotoko family, and then the family of the bereaved, and all his probably attaches, whoever is deeply hurt with this particular
especially the immediate family, the money.
Exactly. The wife, especially a young lady who has started life, shouldn't start life.
It's true.
And I'm putting it on the police to really investigate this matter to court, and the perpetrators should be brought to book and dealt with, to serve as a deterrent to others from also doing same to other people.
It's true.
And finally, like I said, the FA must be up and doing
and invest in security.
Put money there, get the military to support you, get the BNI to support you, get the national security to support you, and I don't think this incident will happen again.
Okay, all right. On this note, you are discharging T. You hear from the president very soon.
My brother. But that notwithstanding, if whoever comes, you understand, I'm there also to offer my support and assistance.
And I think it's necessary.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Michael Smatabi, former principal administrative officer, management member, safety and security coordinator at the National Sports Authority. Regan.
Sweet.
Maybe I'm going there.
Nyamiadum.
We are sure say when you are no pay.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, all right. Into whether the next bay, you sorry, say, the time need be ma.
It's ending now because education in the crowd.
Very necessary. Very necessary. Bernard,
Joe,
that's all right. Wash your black. No, now follow proceedings. Pull it the end here,
because breach can say now
Kafra. But I also said concerns to be up so reason out the
for sure.
Okay, flow
for sure. Joe, say the abide a rehosem kese pa ema Ghana football na ya na nso da ye say bibi say ebetimi asi say obi a wakra say okohwe ball onyare na okoye 3 PM wa friend yere say ani mabedu na yesi emamimrem na yere na kasa kama the next 1 hour 30 minutes which is 4:30 na ya stable no ekuno na I blame this on the football authorities and your security personnel. Afriki, say anamo ano say ka yetu to uproot hooliganism no. Ya pamper hooliganism for years, and here we are today. Ya reho sempa kese. Asem yi si ye no. IGP wajade wo ye bia ne mpanifo akokumase akokotoko secretariat ode ne ho kwada so free wo no wasan ko asawanse akosra the bereaved family. Ya hu say atitrefo bebre politicians ne asofo na yade nyina condemn de asi no. Ma hu say incoming sports minister Honorable Kofi Adams condemn former confirmed wa condemn former DFA vice chairman Mr. Adekuka wa condemn asofo ne ade nyina condemn ama utimi se obi ani nye ho. And Africa, the question is it hurts me when people pretend, and I say for you who say this is the first time I say hooliganism be si o Ghana ha. I say the any pay in Africa I say basa yensi o be adaw. I say Sunday dey si won so atri pe any first time you hooliganism. Meanwhile the thing has been there for years. Now ya antackle ni ye. Africa, can you tell me the last time obi akoye basa there have been so many incidents at your stadium. Can you tell me the last time obi involved in him or herself in hooliganism ya no prosecuting ya sentence no and I say ya jailing 10 years and I say for life.
Me
see entina ya so sa na aba bedru ha no
say ya chi ebi mu kra ya say
e ko pachew oben say the ya chi no de we dey say nim gwase mfata kani banti we dey stress dey ofra himfie na say we dey DC na say enti yesre nya no nim gwase mfata kani ba na ho na fata no enti Africa we have pampered hooliganism for years and here we are today. We say IGP ajade wo ye nyina tu anamo a wadu kuma se GFM panifo ma hu se o say o chena bo na division 1 for no be bo ni nyina obi mo a black armband and a mini silence for police. We dey ye nyina di nipa life beba. The question is no. We could have done something about it. And also Africa where say we say yen free all the reps or the various clubs no mon come and hu no ma fam na yen media for ya ti he yen so yen come and hu ya fam a Africa we hu say hooligan we sat yen ne 2013 e wo Brekum Kotoko had to run to Brekum police station for cover.
Rashid Sumala
Mutam ya nipa papa mu ti Kotoko ba se nyina way back 2013 2019 Kotoko ni Brekum Chelsea Okocha ya pilot ama Kotoko management member policy analyst Dr. Amosapon energy muje tunu no ofuro no de ahomete akwa ma won short e wo no enti ade no o de opa yen frɛ Mr. Kembedi akunsesi ani emusa omotam no se ne yemro nkrofo a enti ade na wo ho ache na ya so saa ya antakil ne ye na de abeduru ha hwɛ mi hu sɛ nsu atre youth no atokosu create baako afa snap aka ho ate odwan aka ho akogina nsuo bi ho eyi apa yes ommoa na yenchi enipa odi sa adwuma no. When you incite your own people against certain people Africa, you end up coming say ye kobodua hwehwe nipa no. What does it bring? In the course of the game ebra basa you you could hear from the stadium announcer and say please no video please no video please no video please no basa na Kotoko players anyway mu kwa guy bi see park so na Kotoko goalkeeper ne sano no. You could hear the background stadium announcer no please no video so we hear the Jango Pon ka che ken say we hear the tene a enka wani munte Sergeant Papa wo tiri mu pan ka be ka say please no video mo ya de na wi akofa kosua na odwa gogina nsuo ho e kwa kobodua. And subsequently me hu say Nsu Atreman traditional council so ababe issue press release said the akoso no mo condemn na dad Africa Nsu Atre na komansa sports stadium ho na e wo Nsu Atre ho no 3rd February 2020 Nsu Atreman versus ITU Division 1 match and they 1-1. Nsu Atreman for ne ITU e mo dom na mu mrika mo ba se nyina say ye as if that was not enough. 8th May 2021 Bafo Soccer Academy ya Ignatius Bafo Uwa former MP to Sunyani West the kan wasem ye ni team Bafo Soccer Academy 8th May 2021 Bafo Soccer Academy against Tamale City Division 1 match which ended 1-1. Ye put Tamale City 4 players in the same park won Nsu Atre no. Where were this Nsu Atreman traditional council? Didn't they see what was going on at the Nsu Atre park? Omo ehu now ye Kobi obi papa owale 25th August last year 6 months enieu yakuno na nso atrama traditional council na betra ho so mo konde mo do aye no nti o mo ehu de na ye koso nso atra boy e boot tetima
but say eno de aban de there's no way ebi obetimi
akasa. And here we are today.
So what we intend to do is
and here we are today.
So
instead of us to be proactive, I think instead of us to be proactive, we will be rather reactive.
So what do we do?
What do we do? Let's treat,
because I'm for raising concerns, maybe security, but there's some of these things. I think, say, especially even Dr. Matabe, I so be about the trimu pono peso UBB. At times, it's very difficult to control.
Africa, the case of Polino, the writings were clear on the walls to say, I don't know my parents.
Okay.
The incident, any panias who could be former MP atem, I'm Wakopacho, Yadia Bunia Manu Rem, Wakopacho, Yadia to Watanasi, any panel who say, Baby, I do near Paul Martin and Bayadi and Tikotoko, Conformum and Sabin Canon, P. or P. Ya be a great now, then a lady attack him, the next moment no be a stabno. Africa would say hooliganism most often than not. I am not cab officials in century.
Oh, sir.
Oh, I'm telling you. Most often than not, I am not cab officials in century.
Do you have any evidence to?
Do you have any evidence?
I'm asking.
Do I have any evidence?
Why walk an intina?
And untina said single-handedly. A bit like toko sports training girls who say, oh, my god, training. Single-handedly said you. Kotoko and that draft goal Lugaris. Now nipa ba ko fa ko to training ground.
So drive the 2 minutes from here now. Or they to me akwa kwesa.
Oh, be na influence in say kwesa.
Oh.
I'm telling you, Joe.
And you say serious.
Yes, very serious.
Because you fan say Bernard me no tia se ya me fa sam. You fan say Bernard me no tia se ya me so Bernard seb per contest e bi na me so Bernard uti so. Na bia also hwe me a. So ti aka say e bia asem to so uti so. Na asem de na asem ko. Dan say me ka say uti so na de wa ko fie. No, kache kofigo. Akwane se metisu ntu a wo so kana hwene.
Na master bono Africa dey nipa be ya we star bono.
But they say never say please for ye hwehwemu nti ye mom pie say.
Africa ye be ye hwehwemu na ye kum MP 8 years ni. Ya ko fro dan ko kum MP 8 years ni try ni gusu koso. The last trial court am call in November no. Ye man bill no. 7 judges ye vote 2 ye no. You vote 2 and it was 4-3 in favor of Segi Dondon. But according to Manom Satense higher majority, like Abia 6-1 or 5-2 instead of 7. No. Yes, I can man bill. Can you believe this? MP Cray Yakuno says 8 solid years in the Hundia way. She say na say she ye be di GP Koba no or fa no you say near Sheba Kase Ebeshe Money School be say my enka say di pole 1 week my enka say na year with that is the end.
All right, ceasefire into bensa but Reagan say so far when your opportunity cry and can be
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but now I would have want to dwell on Achine we no more kai the minister no say ABI they will do
and then also another issue but yes. Okay
because of time constraint no
and too interesting okay
yeah but exhausted okay to some extent I disagree with
and my main fact leading them Fred Champon and I know Casa man for Casa yeah on my appointment with regards to national team no chef Amaba psychologist in our band and no can say they have the right to appoint without a consultation of anybody.
Oh yes, they do. But the point is, Smith, what the way now me fans are oh no call net to her, and a woman with Diania. Want me can say change na wape pizza, and I be a wape fufu. Nia bottom besono, and I'll be man. But some colani ni be do one penny so now so what first obedi pizza, obedi fufu at any given time. They can choose their yes yet yeah FNO Oniska or yeah or appointment be or high court be or in consultation with the minister say ABI you for top notch coach and as half baked coaches are there be a one back room
because
yes and at the end of the day no ministry naka so you bet me afford it be at 10,000, 20,000.
Which
means you can't feed yourself because whoever feeds you, no, controls you. And you can't tell me say, over your appointment without any consultation. Over to my appointment, no. But when it come to the cruncher, you go back to yes, so to your scanner. And the appointment, no, and you over to approve a fee, baby. And it's that kind of your friend say, I go say, you bet my appointment. In any case, this technical team, I don't think say they will take Ghana to anywhere.
But I'm saying interestingly, no.
Wow.
Since you almost so born pie say, ebi a shafa no appointment no, ebi a minister then come with an answer be obeji atum. Because at the end of the day, if the minister decides,
it boils down to the point I'm making.
Yes.
So I think because look at some over bloated way a technical team yeah for 15. You bet you from taxpayers' money. And the a minister no. Bema consent. Yanko FB grant count.
Adia bakwa sa akoye inyano ene say. Also other technical stuff. You ever say be a psychologist and video analyst. Yeah, you know. It's like when a game ba bomb matcher and or mobeba, but a year advisor to technical advisor to a year coach in the day on your monthly BB to Yanaka. Assistant coaches no monthly BB to Yomoka. But other staffs like video analyst psychologist are there, you know, more money there. See a ball na and on beba and on between Yomoka. But yeah, then money will be involved and I'm
definitely.
Or better one see the crowd 3 months to cry. Waji.
It's you bet me 3 move your technical way, you know, bench no so. Now you're manageable. Now money no. You spend you get a money worth. And yes, you spend a wow, in any case, you know, say, me say the FE, English FE. Now say what for say we call high coach. Now say what go fast finger Harrison and I say whoever nominate I don't know. Says car what for say FE no person what the man Harrison na what the man no. And I say Capello no what the man no. One call 10 Downing Street say Prime Minister Yaba. You have to say a manager be anti nekayesi. Don't not do that. FNU ya war resource. Oh no, or here's Kabia, or not to be generating income. But here's the case in Niska. That penny I far world class coach Abakruma. Yeah to me.
It will feel say only a chinya say if a they should do it in consultation with the ministry.
They should do that. Wow, they should do that. Sa some no the overcome. But back far back door. And you break rubber far Nicodemus overcome minister no. No go negotiation. But publicly no. Overthrow tantrum. Oh, I am playing yes say no only ade. That is what he's doing. Everyone knows say they can't do whatever they want to do without consulting the minister.
But me probably feel say kebe fe no kura adwuma yemre. Minister say the person you to wipe in your saying maybe a minister to say this. Then more Jordan come is so simple. It is samba and yamunko. Aha.
But over me ma abetizo. Say ya was scan ya person ya ade. No even scan say few bottom. Few bottom. You can't pay them. Say ya be say Black Queens quote 10,000 yentumi and car okay.
Simple crowd.
10,000. Yentumi and car.
Simple.
And so, Mami by wa boy chumaka fine. Very impressive. Looking at where Black Queens find herself, no. Nanke yenya mami no tra haka krabia. But because of scarcity, wow, and he say more yard than some yard in consultation. Now who say I don't know more year no. I bet me abua Ghana because I don't know that they sent to me abua Ghana. They go far management team bia chronism inti na akofre stand down for aba say one magic sky bi nkwa I don't know that they faso bi ani ho you say look at the interest of the nation and not necessarily paramount na ye jai say chenchina ati ye be call for because e bi an say video analyst ne etc ye be bomb match answer na wo beba I don't know they know wo be je coins ya wo beji one je Ghana cedis so wo je dollars
simple.
No, they call
euros crowd.
Aha, wash it. And it's
got
and to put a drain on taxpayer.
Okay, of course.
They are taxpayer best of all. Wow. And I didn't know. And born I say be a crampo no team no is
the JB banner.
At the just obia ni what your body as random. But look at the terrible nature of our football. Says yeah. Now say Roberto to Abaza, yeah, play, yeah, be. Oh, yes, and Nicodemus now minister no. na ma go negotiate enti can say Ghana ni biate so oh yes ya the agent betre aban no sa aban no emboa ye for say na beye well at the end of the day no eboa na ye nya resource na fine so
all right Kofi go back wa kere ne emfanye em say ye minister nyame nchade ya so any in aka the next bay em say ye the waiting for front but his excellency was so in Kofi Adams honorable and all catch and say all working closely with the phenomenal restore back his glory days, you know, Black Stars, you know, his glory days near, you know.
Me Afriki, my pedi make his comment. Na me hwe me di ni hu ya baby. Why is only the Black Star?
Say I want to be fan.
No, why is only the Black Star?
Okay, flu.
The reason I make us an ESM, your football in an echo form. Into the so can say, even in your football, Kofi Adams is not only going for football; he's a minister for sports. So if you say single mention Black Star, dia 5 minutes no person watch it. Ben
I know the creation account.
Ben Wabudu no. Ni na Black Star can na World Cup. Ni na okay na ni World Cup. Ben Wabudu. Bu Ben ni tibenetia. E fini nyu ye bi. Ben Wabudu say o ka na Black Star na akokese da nanim. So obako World Cup. Enu ntia. Ba Afriki, mami me Ben, mami deviate kakra. Achia se Africa if you ahoma so abamu pa o. They are too arrogant. One thing they supposed to go kind. Sense and training in Ghana for being on pressure see and promote to ado. Nobody can force them to say, hey, how much up and about go for man we muzano. Like they don't care. I'm sick of it. You high radio so Africa. No, Africa. Like say they I'm sick of it. Actually sick of it. Ultimately sketch or your uncle election go win.
Oh, come on.
Africa said they should respect us.
But to that level, there be end. Kofi go. There be. I will accept it. But just Trishan na young queen.
Africa, no, the reason why.
There be. But Trishan, I won't take it so that we can move on, Pacho. Because it has nothing to do with your conversation.
Africa, the thing is, they should also respect us. They are not paying the people with their own money. If they have their own money to do it, they can do it. The idea shops are some money, some from within their shops, and link in Yakoku. That is their responsibility. The one they should take in charge and take good care of it. And good on motivation. Black Star belongs to why? It doesn't belong to them. It's high time we tell them. I don't blame them because you do it. You tell them what saying, and you have some people going back and tell you that Ghana football is a safe hand. And you have colleagues who sit on radio and TV and
no, but say at the end of the day, we've been talking about how it be a Black Star.
Africa, the Black Star belongs to us.
Maybe I said it be a yes manage Black Stars. FA and they are Ghana. You want to say Ghana be the manage Black Stars no. As someone I can't quite. So if at the end of the day they still have the authority, and no more sa akwenya no, and no more then
Africa
into a catch yourself. Into a number catch say be to be forcing man into coach. That's all right. So at the end of the day, at the end of obey afa.
Africa, the man penny can. Any the women can a shebufu. Last time to enya kono, move football mu yo me enya kono. Last time management team friend technical team enya kono. Enti bibi ni a way too far and now be to my presence and 20 minutes men Pam Blaster coach. And your far way, you have consult to a sick auditor. A sick auditor. A bottom sicker. I'm for the man.
And now also, so what I want 2 minutes to be in freedom. Into all your day. Or record for the Buza question. I said, is it the first time? And yet, 2 years in some more yet we know. Oko to Aba. Now say, the management of Black Stars, no. Or more.
Africa,
yeah, the 2 minutes more. It is a good to be your shade. Yeah, then
I'm man konko ye ade man hu konko kire no samani ni ska be tua sa nkofo yi ka nkofo mfa hwemra yen o mfa hwemra yen Afriki ade mpa na eso nkom de be ka ho baby we Afriki so person o ma Blaster no say o manfo no Afriki because enibra ba
pa
enibra na aba na rehwo ne enibra na aba no
pa
etisemi wa yen keka
okay
say omomo ye amomo dom sika anya bi oni bottom sika do go tia eye meneni na esika Omo FA ni na omo blaster ni ma na omo di omo league ni di be ya ni omo no mo ra ni omo di.
Me say la me busa say. See a Black Star no. Omo an manage Black Stars.
I agree, but
Say in society be Maya. They have the authority to appoint them.
But the question is, you can't tell us, oh, you have the authority. Say, oh, no problem, you have the authority to appoint. But sector minister no ban. You can't tell me say, Ubejire bedu akesi you consult the sector.
Enti kache minister and say onye hu bibi.
Me say,
oye hu bibi an ese sound.
Oye Kofi Adam say, eye trap na utomu no.
Okay.
So one for na insi form. Me say, the late Dr. Mustafa Ahmed, any issue with the FA.
Benya.
Say, I'm money car anyone. Maybe any baby obi any crane. I come on for the cranes here. To see Dr. Mustafa Ahmed. A car. That na mama yaraga and I also for yako nesis car papa yako di second 2015 na Mustafa Ahmed beji. Car when yan oni efe ni nyamane. Ore Kofi Adams. O man peni say. Kwane efe ni koye. Wan kasa no kokoto to them.
So work closely.
Work closely.
Eti omo kofa coach na wo ho. Omo ye we awo ho. Yes ya wo ho.
And Afriki. Hwe, yan kan che FA for ne say. From to what that.
And they just want to say they just say yes a son you man.
Oh, I'm just telling the you already to me or maybe to me or me pa aswa for pani you go. The last time you share any say could be a champo we. Okay, could be a champo. On a police ko jina no kwan.
Then one fan for ho
I'm just telling you something. I'm just giving you history. Say ora ko be champo ye hwe no kwa ye hu.
Et say ma ukodi referee Alaju. We now some record. Ye di 2 minutes now some me record.
Okay, be say record there. Who deserve
But
I make a question say. Omun kai hu ni say.
Ye nya o man 40.
Obi abesen ko. On se ba besen akọ. Emra bi beduru. We refer you.
All right, let's
but Africa dey kind of say Africa Paul Edia no. Bernard kan say o man we dey hwete na sam.
Ani o peje jikum.
Say na Bernard kan say we no. May na see ye. Ye kan and no raise as a typical example a member of parliament. Ehwe ne kwa the member of parliament kekom. Ni nua ebe yo man pani 8 years nipa no kum member of parliament be pem ne ye hu no ye timi chini we man o ma ye timi.
We be an kabusia for ya.
No, I'm just making away. And na akase kai say because say
Who say me crew ni pa.
Yeah, who did body na say Ghana police be
so fitafo. Who so fitafo.
I mean
pa.
It's in Africa. Ye best sere. Side you akoso ache. Me kai bofokwa. Me am bofo ni ITU. Esi ye we. Sunyane. Ubeko those the calendar park. Ubeko friends say Alabategu.
Second.
That's why we go to Alabategu.
Oh, nyame fa ne crazy.
Oh, ya suso swa na ya suso hooliganism swa na ekeka kwa Africa. E wodo one ye twam na kapani bi ansa.
Ya semo.
Ye twen me anu susum na so aka minister ana FA for na ansa na to ana police pani bi. Ansa na 200 more. Africa be kai te bra kwakuni nya na tola wuye. It took years but later ye to cooperate no.
Nti e mon pa say.
Yes,
investigation and penny for.
Because league na mu akra ne league ni mu ama ye nko.
Okay, Bernard, what the sorry so under 1 minute. A referee's manager. Alex Cote. Say George there or see Christo T on the way Jamanaka. But I'm not fulfilled say the position is very sensitive. Be cry now said the West way no there's a possibility to between Asakudi and dance Kumu at the T will be at the way. It can be Yakapam no channel. KB on Fanajuma to honorably. Let us on and 1 minute.
And then no say on no one person he must be sacked.
Oh, okay.
He must be sacked because the you know. To say me dream who am in Tiase. And never ko kasem kesi say afa George free you. Ade echenya. What's I could tell the same platform say oh George the minian.
There be some commodity there no mo ka chance be bia ko kasem no. Sa ko ho ne ko ka.
Enti na asem na o kan say a chop na o de ba no. Na nya no kre na obekan ya na se obi na fa chakopa ne say no kre but chale wo de ko brebra so nenka.
Enti the person.
Eh two things.
And also the person ka George e bia ko de be ko court no. Nke ho na nke be ba say
court no hu before so be court no aha na maka asem no sem san be twe san ho a na ma wo a pese wo ko no wasem na e wika se wo ti ase se na de obekan no antwen san ya because o ko nipa na obekan no wasan twe san nti ma wasem no ye week kakra wahu but ethics committee no dey na omo ye asɛm a Alex Coach akɔkan egu Ghana football ho fin pa o enti ɛwɔ sɛ ba de sɛ nka so twea bi akɔma no sɛ krache braha ɔbɛtwe asɛm no asɛn kora asɛ na yɛnya wo ma nkɔ free yɛsɛ na ka de abɔ enti we de minim sɛ Ghana ha no de we come ne aduane ho ayɛ din sikasɛm ho ayɛ din on resign de ayɛ nsake no.
Okay, all right. Configure
Africa media me kwa da me say o che opani ne tuka George mfa nko. No, Africa
George say Nyaminti.
And say dia ebi ni o ya say ya so ko pese da ko be ka se bia o kan ye say no na djuma oguso ye na djuma o.
It is well.
Ya twa ma obi awu ansa.
Configure Regan.
Africa wait there quickly mamincha madam for
Zagmus
definitely but mamincha water oh you writer. Water ni nickname no you writer
water writer
water adobia
all right yeah sorry so na Dr. Bana Ejama me scientific
we dem me da ba ku di birthday Eda Ebenezer Ajimana Tefa
that's my Canada
Church of Pentecost
okay
Akuman Central Eda Ebenezer Ajimana Tefa Church of Pentecost Akuman Central
Ora Paul Ankuma Oscar Park ne ma me afim intini nyame adwa na asikom ye nti bia Oscar Park